All right, guys, I'm going to do a quick video here of what I have going on in the basement. Let's start over here. Okay, what we have first here is, these are kind of crammed in the corner right now. I need to move them. Carnival King. I love that game. It's a shooting game. Fun game. Mortal Kombat 3. This is a Space Invaders cocktail, and I actually have Arkanoid in it right now. That actually has a flat screen in it currently. These are both running CRTs. Original 25-inch that came with the game. This has a 27-inch CRT in the shooting game. We have Space Ace over here. This is running a computer called Big Box. I don't know. I didn't do the computer setup to it. One of my buddies did it for me. Did a great job. I think it plays great. I think I hit the wrong button here. It has both Space Ace and Dragon's Lair on it. Let it launch here so you can see it. I had him shorten up the cut scenes between, you know, one screen to the next. All right, next we have here is an original Space Invaders. I haven't done anything to this cabinet. Oh, the MK3, I did a full restoration on that. Space Invaders is all original. I've done nothing to it other than fix a couple cold solder joints and power supply. Running everything original in the cabinet. Galaga, I restored a few years ago. All new artwork. Repainted the cabinet, new T molding. I know it's supposed to have black T molding, but for some reason I just like the blue on that one. Kangaroo, restored that a while ago as well. Next to it is Asteroids Deluxe, which a couple days ago when we had our New Year's party, it acted up, turned off on me, but it's working again right now. I think it's got a cold solder joint or something, I'm not positive. Next to that I made a custom Atari cabinet, and my buddy used a Pi and put some of my favorite Atari games on there. So basically, if you go down here to the coin door and hit this, I think it's down here. Yes, and it goes out here to the playlist. And it shows you what you played last and what Atari games are on here. It's actually a pretty cool setup. I kind of like it. We did the artwork to make it look like an original Atari console. Next to that is a Time Pilot. Looks like the marquee light's out currently. All original cabinet. Did new artwork, original wood grain and everything. I didn't mess with any of that stuff. Next to that is Zaxxon. Only thing I did to that was fix the power supply and did a new control panel overlay. Operation Wolf, that had 6 inches of the cabinet replaced. It was pretty rotted at the bottom, so I went ahead and replaced the bottom half of it. Operation Thunderbolt, didn't do anything to it other than it does have a flat screen in it, which actually looks really good on this game. I try to use CRTs as often as possible. Last one in this row would be Operation Wolf 3. That's running a flat screen as well. That game's all right. You hear a motorcycle game in the background. One of the batteries must have died on the game, so it's playing a track sounds, which normally it doesn't do. Legends Pinball, fully restored Centipede. This is a fully restored Mr. Do. All these games I've restored. Buck Hunter Safari, that's actually going to be leaving. That's going to be for sale. Could use a little monitor work. Next to that is a Nintendo cabinet that I actually built. This is my first cabinet I ever built. Built it from scratch. All the artwork is painted on here. It's actually running my original Nintendo from when I was a kid. Let me pause this for a second and see if I can't get that to stop. All right, I'm back. Hopefully that stops making noise now. Now here we got a Frogger, restored Frogger. I did a little custom artwork and some green tea molding on it, and put some tire stripes down the side and on the front. Okay, now we have, let's go this way. We have a pole position. I restored this probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Knock on wood, it's been running well. I did put a free play button on the front of this coin door. Now the Dr. Mario cabinet, Fix-It Felix, and Cuphead are all cabinets that I built from scratch. Dr. Mario, everybody seems to like that game. Fix-It Felix is running the original hard drive that Disney used back in the day when they made it. Cuphead was the computer, and the artwork was made by Joe Zabo. We have a Donkey Kong Jr. Restored this a few years ago. Next to this was another weird build that I made. A lot of these 3D prints up top, one of my real good buddies made for me. See how he made these cup heads, the big hammer for Fix-It Felix, the Super Mario. He is not 3D printed. Now on this Simpsons bowling, just got a little creative, built the cabinet from scratch, made the side of the cabinet look like a big bowling pin. Next to that is Journey, which is still not finished. I got to get time to get that done. Just trying to get some of those cabinets out back finished up. And I got a fully restored Tron. Now this Tron I ended up having to replace from here down. It was in a flood in a basement. I picked it up probably about 4 years ago. The guy said it was working when I bought it. It was working before the flood. When the basement started to flood, he took all the electronics, wiring harness and everything out of the cabinet and put it all in bins. And I was pretty skeptical when I got it that it would work. But after I got the cabinet fixed and put it all together, sure enough, it did work. It's still running the original power supply, believe it or not. Restored Track and Field, I think last year. Right here real quick, this is the tape deck I'm using for Journey. We went ahead and went on one of John's arcade videos, and he had the description and link and everything to where we needed to go to get the download for the music. So it's got the correct music in the 3-minute endless loop tape. Jump Bug, it's an original Jump Bug cabinet. I think this one was also restored last year, maybe the year before. It's kind of hard to remember. I do quite a bit. We got an Elevator Action. The Elevator Action, I'm waiting. I have a new screen bezel. The screen bezel that's in here, the black surround, is not the correct one. I actually have the correct one that lights up these instruction cards. I just need to put it in there. Just haven't had time to do it. And we got Zookeeper. This is actually running the J-Rock board. It has all the original boards in the cabinet mounted to the back door and everything, and the original harness. Unfortunately, the boards are not working, and I could not find anybody currently to work on them. So for now, J-Rock board works just great. No complaints whatsoever. Okay, now these 4 cabinets in a row here, I built all these cabinets. These are all running 32-inch computer monitors. We have Silver Strike X, which is the highest Silver Strike they ever made. We have Target Toss Pro. This is lawn darts and bags. So all these ones I upgraded as far as I could. This is Power Putt Golf, and it has the 11 course update. So it has all 11 courses on it. Golden Tee is running 2019. I have not updated that yet. I tried and it didn't work, so I need to redo it. Here is a pair of Need for Speed Underground. Kids really love playing these games. Going here, we have 2 California Speeds linked together. Believe it or not, California Speed was one of the second games I ever bought, and it was how I learned how to start fixing these things. It had a blown monitor. I put a flat screen in it, and then all the colors were washed out. Turned out to be a bad board. So I ended up getting a new board, and I got it working with a flat screen. Then I ended up selling it, and I found this pair from a guy, and they're running the original CRT monitors in it. A pair of road burners, and that's what all that noise was in the background at first when I first started doing the video. The one on the right here, for some reason, the volume was stuck all the way up. These are both running flat screens. Another game kids love to play. I put little LED lighting around the motorcycles. I gotta plug the blue one back in. I had it unplugged because I was using the cord for something else. Now these 3 games here are just temporary cabinets. I do have different cabinets to put them in. This is not Maximum Force. This is actually Carnival. I was trying to find an original Carnival cabinet to put this in. I just cannot find one anywhere. Sammy Sport Shooting was the first shooting game I've ever bought. Police Trainer is all right. It's been in here for years. We're going to change that to another cabinet, and I have Jurassic Park 3 I'm gonna put in there. Then we have an all original Harley Davidson. Haven't done anything to it. Maybe I replaced the speaker. Route 66. All original, haven't messed with it at all. Got an all original Pac-Man. All the artwork's original, hasn't been messed with. This is just another temporary cabinet that I built a long time ago. It's Wheel of Fortune, kind of just taking up space right now. People do like to play it though. This is a Robotron. I did restore this last year. This is an original cabinet. I ended up building a cabinet as well when I was restoring this one. I used this one as a template for one of my good friends. I do not have the original boards for this. This is running the J-Rock board. Joust is all original. Have not messed with it other than I did send the boards out to get repaired. They are running original boards, has the original monitor in it that came with the game. So does Robotron. That also has the original monitor in it. Joust, I haven't messed with the cabinet artwork or anything. This is an original control panel overlay. Never been messed with. It's got a little bit of cracking on the edge here, but not bad at all. I used a magic eraser and really scrubbed it up good. Same thing with Pac-Man. This is all original control panel and everything. You can see how, you can see where people's hands were holding the side of the cabinet. Next to that, this is a Moon Patrol. All restored. I restored that about 2 years ago, I'd say. We did the artwork for the control panel, and screen bezel and marquee, I believe, came from Phoenix. Now, let me back up here. On the Robotron here, this is not a decal. This is painted on stencil. So this is all paint work. I got the stencils from Escape Pod. And then we printed just a little R on a clear vinyl sticker to put in there like it was supposed to be. So that's all painted, not vinyl. Same thing with Moon Patrol. This is all painted, not vinyl. So this is all, once again, these came from Escape Pod. This is actually a really cool game here, Fisherman's Bait. It's a fishing game, and it actually has feedback on the crank. Other than that, I think that's about it for now. There is a iTouch in there at the bar. Tapper will be coming down here soon as I finish up the body work on it, and we'll get working on that. I think that's everything I've got down here at the moment, and you saw all the other games on my first video that are still yet to be restored. So all right, here's just a quick video for you guys. Have a good night.